Shark numbers along the Great Barrier Reef have dropped by 92% in just 50 years.
Here's a summary of the article.
A new study has revealed that the numbers of iconic species such as hammerheads, tiger sharks, and great whites that live in the waters off the coast of Queensland have dropped by as much as 92% in just 50 years. Researchers from the University of Queensland used data from a shark control program, which was first instigated to minimise shark-human interactions in 1962, that now stretches over 1,100 miles and includes the Great Barrier Reef. Before that there are no official records, so researchers have used the shark control data to reconstruct historical records of shark numbers and shark catches over the last half a century to understand the changes that have taken place between then and now. The shark control program uses baited drumlines to bring down local populations, making shark encounters with humans less likely. Though the range of species caught has been diverse, proper species identification in the recordings only began in the 1990s, so the earliest records grouped them all into 5 categories: hammerheads, tigers, sharks, great whites, whaler sharks, and other. What we found is that large apex sharks such as hammerheads, tigers and white sharks, have declined by 74 to 92% along Queensland's coast, Dr. Reef said. The researchers concluded that while the shark control program certainly contributed to the diminishing numbers, the likely culprit is commercial fishing, both for the Asian market and as bycatch thanks to large fishing nets.
This post received a score of 5,967, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Sharks are an indicator of a healthy marine environment. Since they are an apex predator, they can only live in areas with a thriving fish population, which requires a strong, complete food chain. The disappearance of sharks is one of the first signs of a declining ecosystem. This is a directly sign of the dire state of the Great Barrier Reef.
The whole damn ocean. The whole damn planet.
Planets. Many species of sharks cover great distances.
The whole damn galaxy.
Galaxies. Many species of sharks cover great distances.
The whole damn universe.
Universes. Many species of sharks cover great distances.
The whole damned multiverse.
Multiverses. Many species of sharks cover great distances.
This is so sad. It breaks my heart thinking about all the wildlife, nature I grew up with that my kid will probably never get to see. 92%. In 50 years. We need to start making some positive changes, as quickly as we somehow managed to mess everything up.
I'm 32 and I really feel like I've lived in the golden era. I drove from Caloundra to Australia Zoo last week. When I was a kid, it was forests and grasslands on both sides of the road, the whole drive there. Now it's just houses. In one place it looks like they have cut down the state forest and built a town in there.
I'm from Michigan, and my family has a super tiny cottage on a lake near a state park up north. When I was young there were hardly any other properties in most places, and the ones that were there were very small cottages like ours. Now it's just like million-dollar mansions crammed next to each other down the whole lake, and the tiny downtown that used to have a bunch of small businesses and whatnot is now Walmarts and all the other usual suspects. It makes me so sad to see it now and then think back on what it used to be like 20 years or so ago during my childhood. It doesn't even feel like the same place anymore, honestly.
Traverse City. To be fair, it's still absolutely amazing and there's hundreds of lakes that are not like what you describe. TC being far and away the biggest tourist town in the state has led to people wanting to retire and/or move here over the years. Lakefront property has always been prime, but 100-year-old tiny cabin on Torch Lake, sitting on 1/10 of an acre is worth as millions. The same little cabin sitting on my little lake 3 miles from town you could pick up for about 50 to 60K.
Close. Luddington smiley face, Hamlin Lake. I do love Traverse City, though.
I grew up camping every summer at Luddington State Park in the early 90s and it still makes up some of my fondest memories. I went there again back in like the early 2000s and it was just odd. Stuff like Lost Lake having that walkway ring it with 18-foot bowriders docked at it, where Lost Lake used to be a lake full of stumps and logs to the point you should only go in it in 14-feet aluminum boats and only idle, while occasionally still having to lift the motor so you don't hit a stump with the prop.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.